Welcome to the Pinoy Guard Channel. In addressing the need for updates to air defense equipment, the Philippine Air Force, PAF, must carefully consider the selection of a new fighter jet that will meet future operational challenges. One option under consideration is the acquisition of Gripen fighter jets, but this decision is not without various complex considerations. In this analysis, we will explore the key factors that are the primary considerations for the PAF in choosing a fighter jet, including challenges related to the supply chain, global competition, reliance on foreign technology, operational costs, and limitations on technology transfer. With a deep understanding of the challenges and potentials associated with each option, the PAF can make the right decision according to defense needs and the capabilities of the national defense industry. Before continuing the discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Your support is invaluable in helping us continue to provide insightful analyses and discussions on defense and security matters. Thank you for being part of the Pinoy Guard Channel community. The Philippine Air Force, PAF, is currently in the process of selecting a 4.5th generation fighter jet to replace the aging F-5 Tiger II and OV-10 Bronco. The PAF needs a new fighter jet to enhance the Philippines' air defense capabilities amidst increasingly complex threats from China in the South China Sea. Some of the fighter jets being considered by the PAF include the Lockheed Martin F-16 Volks Viper, Dassault Rafale, Eurofighter Typhoon, Sukhoi Su-35, and Saab JAS-39E F Gripen. Among these aircraft, Gripen may be an attractive option for the PAF due to its more affordable price compared to its competitors. However, there are several considerations and obstacles that the PAF needs to take into account if choosing Gripen. This article will discuss these considerations and obstacles in detail. Supply chain considerations. One of the most important considerations for the PAF in selecting a new fighter jet is the supply chain for spare parts and long-term technical support. Swedish company Saab has requested the Swedish government to order more Gripen fighters, or its manufacturing operations will begin to end by 2027. However, the Swedish government is still in a wait-and-see situation, especially since they recently joined NATO and want to assess what needs to be done in the coming years. If Gripen production is discontinued, long-term support for the Philippines as a new Gripen operator will be at risk. Currently, Sweden and Brazil are the only Gripen operators. Sweden itself has only ordered 60 Gripen E/F units, a relatively small number. The Gripen manufacturer, Saab, has requested the Swedish government to order more Gripens to continue maintaining its production capacity. However, the Swedish government has not made a decision yet. If Sweden does not order more Gripens and production is halted, the supply chain for spare parts and technical support for the Philippines as a potential new customer becomes uncertain. This poses a significant risk to the PAF as the operational capability of its fleet may be disrupted without a steady supply of spare parts and long-term technical support from the manufacturer. Competitive challenges in the global market. Currently, the competition in the global fighter jet market is fierce. Gripen must compete with 4++ and 5th-generation fighter jets such as the F-35, F-16V, Rafale, Typhoon, and Su-35. In some competitions in Europe and the Middle East, Gripen has lost to its competitors. This presents a challenge for Gripen to gain new customers. Without new customers, Gripen's production capacity will be at risk of reduction or even cessation. This further strengthens the risk to the supply chain for the Philippines as a potential new customer. Dependency on foreign technology. Most critical components of Gripen, such as the engine, radar, and avionics, are still heavily dependent on foreign technology. Gripen E/F engines use the Rolls-Royce RM12 engine manufactured in the UK. Its radar comes from Ericsson in Sweden, but its core technology is supplied by US companies. Dependency on foreign technology can be problematic in case of geopolitical conflicts between the Philippines and the supplier countries. This condition can limit the operational capability of Gripen in the Philippines if there is an arms embargo. High operation and maintenance costs. The operational and maintenance (O&M) costs of Gripen tend to be higher than 4th-generation jets such as the F-16 and Mirage 2000. Although the unit price of Gripen is lower, its O&M costs throughout the life cycle can approach or even exceed the O&M costs of the F-16 or Rafale. This is a serious consideration for the Philippines' limited defense budget. High O&M costs may reduce the number of jets that can be operated by the PAF or even reduce pilot flying hours. Both possibilities could potentially diminish the operational capability of the PAF. Limitations on technology transfer. Although Gripen is designed to be easy to operate and reproduce in the operator's country, the technological capacity of the Philippine defense industry is still limited. The Philippines does not have a defense industry ecosystem capable of reproducing or developing advanced weapon systems like fighter jets. This means that the Philippines will only be an end user of Gripen without significant technology transfer capability. However, technology transfer is an important factor in the purchase of major weapons. This could hinder the enhancement of the domestic defense industry capacity in the Philippines. Conclusion: overall, despite its attractiveness due to its more affordable price, the acquisition of Gripen by the PAF has several serious considerations and obstacles that need to be taken into account. Supply chain factors, global competition barriers, dependence on foreign technology, high O&M costs, and limitations on technology transfer pose challenges for the sustainability of the Gripen program in the Philippines if chosen. Therefore, the PAF needs to conduct a thorough assessment of Saab's capability to ensure a long-term supply chain. The PAF also needs to consider other fighter jet options that can provide greater strategic advantages for the defense industry and operational capabilities of the Philippine Air Force in the future. The final decision must align with defense priorities and the national budget. As guardians of national security and defense, the steps taken by the Philippine Air Force in selecting a new fighter jet not only affect the current military strength but also shape the foundation for defense capabilities in the future. By considering the risks and opportunities associated with each option, and with a commitment to securing national sovereignty, the PAF will be able to make strategic decisions to protect the Philippines' national interests. Thank you for joining us at the Pinoy Guard channel. Stay with us to support the defense and security efforts of the country.